Look, the two thugs in front of them were about to chop someone up, but when they opened the door and saw that the other side's men were inside, they closed the door and were about to leave when one of them opened the door and rushed in. The other one saw the situation and rushed in after him. This film is a masterpiece from South Korea and one of the best gangster films in Asia in recent years. The plot is incredibly immersive, especially the final moment when Lee Ja-sung turns around. It's truly thrilling. Looking back, the film is breathtaking and chilling. How much psychological pressure and unavoidable circumstances did Lee Ja-sung endure to abandon the light and join the underworld?
The film opens in a dockside warehouse where a high-ranking executive of the Kim Moon Group, South Korea's largest mafia, is being brutally tortured to force him to confess and communicate with the police. Despite the executive's repeated denials, Lee Ja-sung, sitting in the darkness, watches him expressionlessly, clearly not intending to let him live. He then cruelly murders the executive. Lee Ja-sung has long been numb to such scenes. He's been doing this dirty and arduous work for the Kim Moon Group for years.
Beneath his cold-blooded mask lies another identity, an undercover police officer who infiltrated a Kinmen gang for 8 years. During those 8 years, he collected all the criminal records of the gang's boss, Chairman Shi, enough to put Chairman Shi in jail for life, and for Lee Ja-sung to end his life-threatening undercover work. However, fate intervened. After a lengthy investigation, Chairman Shi was acquitted by the prosecution due to insufficient evidence. Chairman Shi had just finished completing the engineering and landscaping work and was about to head home when a dump truck crashed into him. At the hospital entrance, Chairman Shi's right-hand man, Lee Jong-ju, was waiting outside, while another elevator expert, Ding Ching, was still in Shanghai. Upon receiving the news, Ding Ching rushed over without even changing his shoes, knowing that an accident involving a gang leader would inevitably cause bloodshed. Li Zicheng arrived early to greet Ding Ching. Their relationship didn't seem like superior-subordinate, but rather like brothers who had risked their lives for each other. Ding Ching then uttered a classic line, "Skinny old men, let's go together." After leaving the airport, Ding Ching jokingly asked Li Zicheng if he liked the sunglasses he bought in Shanghai. Li Zicheng, however, paid no attention to such things. This gang leader had no dignity left. He then seriously inquired about the boss's condition. Li Zicheng replied that he was probably dying soon. Ding Ching then retorted, "Boss, you're such a grown man, still going to prostitutes, and you don't even share what you've eaten." At this point, Ding Ching presented Li Zicheng with a watch, telling him to buy fewer fakes. Ding Ching, furious, could only vent his anger on his underlings. At the hospital, their boss still died. Meanwhile, Li Zicheng met with his superior, Section Chief Zhang. Li Zicheng thought that with Chairman Shi dead, he could finally return to a normal life, supporting him, but Section Chief Zhang had a new plan. Enraged, Li Zicheng, fearing he would betray him, was blackmailed by Section Chief Zhang, using his wife as leverage. Ding Ching needed to return to Shanghai and instructed Li Zicheng to keep it a secret. Upon arriving at the airport, Section Chief Zhang was already waiting. He demanded cooperation with Ding Ching, claiming to have Ding Ching's criminal record. Reluctantly, Ding Ching had to comply. Section Chief Zhang's plan was to arrest Li Zhongju first. Ding Ching met with Li Zhongju immediately upon his return from Shanghai. He suspected Section Chief Zhang was sowing discord, but Li Zhongju, simple-minded, wouldn't listen. Section Chief Zhang's plan was to weaken both Li Zhongju and Ding Ching, thus installing a more compliant person in power. Back in his car, Ding Ching saw the undercover police officer's file he'd bought from the hacker. In that instant, he saw the officer's expression freeze. He then called his good friend, Li Zicheng, telling him to come to the dock warehouse that night. There was a surprise for him. When Li Zicheng arrived, Ding Ching asked him to guess what was in the bucket. Li Zicheng slowly opened it and was immediately startled. The woman inside was the undercover police officer he was working with. Ding Ching said, "Surprised? Did you know this woman is a police officer?" He then handed Li Zicheng the undercover file. Li Zicheng was already sweating profusely when he opened it. Ding Ching continued, "Although she didn't say anything, she already knows who the undercover officer is." Li Zicheng looked at it for a while, but didn't see his own file. He breathed a long sigh of relief. Ding Ching picked up a shovel and told Li Zicheng to continue looking at the file. "Look, there's another one at the back." He then said it was truly unexpected, and continued to use a shovel to knock down one of his men, followed by a series of stabs. Li Zicheng was terrified, his hands trembling uncontrollably. His most trusted underling was actually an undercover agent. Ding Ching then cruelly ended Xiao Wu's life. To be honest, Xiao Wu's mental fortitude was far superior to Li Zicheng's. If I were Xiao Wu, I would probably have wet myself in fear. Ding Qing ordered the Yanbian assassins to dispose of the policewoman and then left. Li Zicheng pulled out a pistol and fired several shots at the policewoman. He probably didn't want her to be tortured, or perhaps he was afraid his undercover work would be exposed. After Ding Qing hid Li Zicheng's undercover information, he felt that something big was about to happen, and this would be his chance to become a legend. Just as he arrived at the garage, he was hit by a car. Ding Qing got up and immediately fought back. Soon, many more cars arrived, filled with people. Seeing that they were outnumbered, his subordinates decided to take Ding Qing to safety. As soon as they opened the elevator, they found it was also full of Li Zhongju's men. Before they could react, they were pulled inside. Ding Qing, true to his reputation as the elevator god of war, fought 5 men without hesitation. However, he was ultimately outnumbered. Ding Qing told his subordinates that they had all been deceived by the police. But these clueless subordinates had no way of knowing this. They only knew that Li Zhongju had killed Ding Qing. The elevator doors opened, and the only person who got out was severely injured and collapsed to the ground. Ding Qing had already become a legend, but everyone associated with him had met with misfortune. Li Jiaseng and Chief Kang, however, escaped unharmed while discussing business. Ding Qing was in imminent danger and revealed Li Zicheng's undercover identity, showing that their brotherhood had transcended the boundaries of gangster and police identities. Ding Qing was also helping Li Zicheng, making his final choice in a world that was neither black nor white. Seeing Ding Qing dead, Li Zicheng completely transformed into a ruthless figure. Seeing those who indirectly caused Ding Qing's death, the next day, Zhang Shouji took Li Zicheng to participate in the company's chairman election. But on the way, he had his henchmen quickly shake off Li Zicheng's group of subordinates. At a red light, he watched Li Zicheng disappear into the distance. He then drove the car to a secluded place. Zhang Shouji's intentions were now clear. He wanted to become the boss. Just when Zhang Shouji thought he had everything under control, a twist of fate occurred. It was all part of Li Zicheng's plan. Zhang Shouji will forever be swimming with the fish in the river. Meanwhile, the arrogant Li Zhongju is also about to be brought down from his high position, and Director Zhang is also going to be held accountable. If Director Zhang hadn't pressured Li Zicheng, he wouldn't have met such a fate. Li Zicheng was elected chairman amidst thunderous applause. The biggest highlight of this drama is that Li Zicheng chose to go all the way with Ding Qing, demonstrating true brotherhood.